Hello and welcome to the table, Warhammer and D&D friends. Have a seat, kick back and relax, and join us for something a little bit different today. Now, for my Warhammer viewers, I know this is a little bit shorter, well actually quite a bit shorter compared to my previous videos and Let's Plays, but we're going to be doing something different today, and this is basically a Warhammer vlog where I ask all of you if you would consider this to be a disaster campaign. Now, right off the bat, you probably wouldn't consider it to be a disaster campaign, and for context, to catch up any new viewer who's wondering how the campaign got this way, we are currently playing as the Aswad Scythans. It is the modded Araby faction from OVN Lost Factions, and technically we do start off at carve, but we were able to move and expand eastwards into Granite Massif, taking out the Lady of the Black Grail and her vampire count forces, and also helping Queen Khalida take out the Silver Host vampire counts too. So those are two threats that we completely took out, and also through a little bit of trading with Nagash's faction, we were able to sell carve for thousands of gold, and also we traded a few settlements with Queen Khalida herself, Granite Massif, Marak. I believe those are the only two settlements that we traded with her. For some of her settlements too, it was very costly, took us a lot of gold. We aren't hurting too much when it comes to our treasury, but we are a lot less richer than when we were doing a lot of conquering. We have the province secured mostly. It is a vast amount of territory too. Malice Darkblade may or may not be a little bit of a threat. For those wondering how he got over there, I am also utilizing a different mod called Malice Starts in the Eastern Colonies. It's kind of like his Warhammer 2 start location, but essentially it brings him over into the east. And if we can toggle Fog of War really quickly, I'm essentially just using Nagash and also Khalida as buffer zones to my western border. And I intend to move southwards with my forces too. Alright, Skarbrand might actually be a bit of a problem. I don't remember exactly if I'm technically at war with him. Doesn't look like I am at the moment. But essentially we're using carve and also Nagash and Khalida to act as buffer zones against Skarbrand. Plus also any expansion from Cetra and Numas too. We were, well, Khemri I should say. Numas was a Tomb King ally of ours, but was quickly taken over and swallowed up by Cetra himself. There's a couple of other Tomb Kings in the area that I'm not going to bother too much about, but here is the main crux of the issue of why I think this might be a disaster campaign for me. So, I am technically allied with Khalida. I was in good relations with the other Tomb Kings. However, as soon as I made a bit of trades and some territory expansion, we can see that there's a lot of negative attitude when it comes to my relationship with all the Tomb King factions. In fact, what is really odd and also really concerning too is Malice is the only one that has a positive relation with me right now. So it's very confusing. I don't know if it's because of my expansion that they see me as, most of the other factions see me as a strategic threat, but I do want to genuinely ask all the Warhammer players out there, would you consider this to be a disaster campaign or an onset of a disaster campaign too? We are in a semi-secure location too. I don't think I have to worry about Malice declaring war on me anytime soon. We're gonna expand southwards. I know for a fact that south is just a minor Skaven clan, maybe a modded Skaven clan, but we should be able to take them out. Looks like we have a Lizardman faction here too. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to worry too much about them. Oh, Krokgar. Generally speaking, Krokgar and the Lizardmen are good sports to be around, but we'll be wrapping things up here. Yes, I know this is a much shorter video. I promise I will be uploading more longer Let's Play narrative campaigns of Total War Warhammer. And for any new viewer who only stumbled upon this video, that's what the gist of my channel is. It's a combination of Baldurs Gate 3 character builds, and at the moment, Warhammer 3 narrative campaigns. I'm also doing campaign reviews of modded factions, which I have some on the factions of Belegar in the old world, and also the modded faction of Musalon, the vampire counts. So if you guys want to check out those videos, I'll leave those links in the pinned comment below. And also, for the new viewers out there, if you love the sound of either Baldurs Gate 3 character builds or Warhammer narrative campaigns, I'd love to have you join us on those adventures, friends. So consider hitting the like, subscribe, and bell icon notifications, and I'll save you a seat at the table for those adventures. Take care and farewell.